It's no surprise why men are walking away from dating and marriage.
Yeah.
Well, ladies, the truth is, even though it rarely happens in the West, some men don't take divorce like a proper garden tool takes eggplant, and the privileges he provided disappear as soon as the marriage does. And make no mistake, Big Daddy Government won't give you a free house or pay your bills.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
You should not sleep with a man who cannot provide for you financially. That statement's gonna ruffle so many feathers. It's most often met with two different types of responses. One is likening women to SWs.
Not women in general, just the women who sell their box for money.
If they expect any kind of reciprocity when it comes to a relationship or any kind of proof of funds when it comes to potentially engaging with a man's.
And we have a word for a woman like that.
Yes, she's a hoe!
Bruh.
Mind you that nowadays engaging with a man's sex could result in an unwanted pregnancy, and that unwanted pregnancy could result in a child growing up in a broken home, in a broken system, in an impoverished life.
Yes, because back in 1245, a woman's uterus had a built-in off switch, but nowadays, the evil patriarchy did some techno voodoo magic and removed the off switch from all the uteruses. Kinda like how they removed the headphone jack from all the new smartphones. But on a serious note, sweetie, unwanted pregnancy was actually a thing before nowadays, because nowadays, women have the ultimate solution against an unwanted pregnancy. So, your argument is invalid.
And that's the bottom line, cause Stone Cold said so.
Ever noticed how hostile women get when a man does something that doesn't involve boosting their ego? And these are the same women who for years have been telling us to leave them alone, to stop approaching women we don't know. It's not a stretch to assume that some genuinely meant that. However, it is also just as rational to conclude that a lot of them don't know what that means, what it would look like once it finally happened. They didn't know that men finally leaving them alone didn't only mean that no one would be around to harass them, it also meant that no one would be around to put them on a pedestal.
What is your body count so far this year?
So it's, July 6th. So I've been with about a person each day for the last 6-7 months.
Each day?
Each day.
You're kidding, right?
Stop it. Get some help.
So, if there's been 6 months, 30-ish days, then that's a lot of people. We're already in triple digits.
Propaganda tool.
You know the thing about women with high body counts? It doesn't matter if it's 80, 180, or 800 bodies. The real question is, do you really want to be the next one?
Men are more interested in the past of a woman. They need to know the patterns behind women's relationships, the sort of guys she pursues, the number of guys she's slept with, and how loyal she has been to them. It's just good to know, because if that woman were to be your current partner, and you're someone who spoils your partner with gifts and expensive dates and designer handbags and jewelry, it's important to know whom you're investing your resources in. It's important to know who you're investing your energy in. One of the greatest problems is Instagram and social networks, where women receive a lot of fictional attention from others. If you receive thousands of likes, it's just like cheating in real life. You feel you are too important and wanted, and this has also an impact on your close relations to underestimate the people around you as less important. And women are not to blame actually for that. The real root of this problem is caused by men who are addicted to watching all those girl pictures and liking them all the time.
Modern dating is the worst it has ever been. Men and women are being pitted against one another. Both sides are losing and becoming very bitter. I personally have not seen anyone helping disenfranchised men learn how to communicate and relate to women. Being told 3,000 times that you need to find someone to be submissive to you is not helping you. I used to be a feminist before I saw the effects of third wave feminism. Men are isolated and they're terrified of pursuing a woman. And this has forced women into masculine roles where they are pursuing men. I think everyone can agree that this is not natural. And it seems that there are more and more people not starting a family. We need to focus on creating proper communication between men and women. We don't want men walking on eggshells and women being put in a masculine role.
Another day, another woman shocked the world with her mindset. Over the past few years, several magazine articles that target the boss woman type have claimed that there are no longer any good guys. You know, the kind of ladies who lament their inability to meet decent men, but long to appear in a suit and tie on magazine covers. Women are naturally promiscuous, which implies that they constantly search for a bigger and better arrangement, also known as hypergamy.
Jenny, how old are you, honey?
I'm 34.
34. What you do for a living?
I'm a nurse.
Nurse. You have any kids?
I have a 2-year-old son.
Okay, why you not with the dad?
I was a house. He wanted me to be a housewife when we first met, and I decided to kind of change and wanted a career, and he didn't want that for me, so he gave me an ultimatum, and it's to stay at home and be a housewife or leave and have a career. So I left.
Girl, I want to smack you in the face right now. So let me ask you this: was he paying all the bills?
He was.
So, and did you, when you guys got married, that was the plan?
Yes.
So basically, you had him, your husband. He was your husband?
Mm-hmm.
So he was your husband?
Yes.
You guys had a family?
Yes.
You agreed to be a stay-at-home
yes.
mom. What made you want to get a job?
When I had to constantly ask for a couple of dollars to do stuff, when it was, no, I can't do certain things that I wanted, when it was, no, we don't have enough money to do activities because, you know, one income. And I'm like, well, this is not the lifestyle that I want to live. Like, I just don't want to sit at home and fold clothes and not actually date and have the extra money to do stuff. Like, I just didn't want to fold clothes all day long. I'm sorry.
If you're a working woman in your late 30s or early 40s, you've ascended the corporate ladder. You are a doctor, a lawyer, or another important member of today's society, and you have accumulated a sizable fortune. Your wall is filled with numerous pieces of paper that tell the tale of your accomplishments and are framed in mahogany, your degrees, certifications, awards, and prizes. But the problem is that men aren't attracted to women because of their degrees. Women view men as objects of achievement, but men are attracted to them because of their female qualities, their beauty, and personality.
A man who sleeps with 200 women is the man, but a woman who sleeps with 200 men is worthless.
It's called a misogynist.
Men sleep with who they can, for the most part, and women sleep with who they want to. That is the truth. So if a woman goes and sleeps with 200 men, that means that she wanted to, and that she just opened her legs and let it happen. I know this is where we kind of disagree, but that is the truth. If a man sleeps with 200 people, he has to earn it to sleep with 200 people.
We didn't disagree on that. I just don't hear you saying things so crass.
The truth is that the typical attractive modern woman of today is out of reach anyway. In every movie you see, regardless of how recent or how old it is, the lead character is either the most attractive woman or the most attractive man, who is incapable of wrongdoing and who works to uphold justice in society.
Caleb, would you pick me in a room full of women?
Yeah.
Okay, but why are you in a room full of women?
I don't know.
What?
He looks so guilty, and he's done nothing.
It's a trap.
This is why men lose their hair, because they are so stressed about the things that women put them through. Somebody said his whole life flashed before him. Somebody else said bro was set up. There was no way to win that, no matter what he said.
Men are simple creatures. They don't hide who they are or what they want in women, and they tend to stay in complete alignment with the laws of nature. It's the women who need to realize that they have physical characteristics for a reason, that there's a reason they're more emotionally charged. And so, when a woman plays corporate and lives it up during her 30s under the banner of empowerment, there may come a time in her 40s when she will realize that the men she wants don't want her back. So, she can either lower her standards or expectations, or she can just do what she has always done, live empowered.
Men should never hit a woman.
Why not?
That's just...
What? Why?
Why should a man hit a woman?
To protect himself.
Oh man, this is a lot.
What do you mean?
I just disagree with your viewpoints.
Why?
That you think a man should hit a woman?
Should a woman hit him? Yes, I do.
I don't think violence is the answer to anything.
No, in protection, he's self-defense. Let's say a woman hit, he shouldn't just go around hitting her just for no reason.
Yeah.
But let's say that, should women hit men?
No.
Right. So if a woman should hit a man, shouldn't he smack her back?
No.
Why not?
Because she's a girl.
Well, she doesn't know that?
But I just think that's unfair.
The reason men are walking away from dating is because they know they're better off without women in their lives. Because once they're married or in a relationship, they know it's only a matter of time before the shit hits the roof, and they're suddenly going to either be accused of something, or told by a court they're supposed to fund a woman for the rest of her life, or else it's jail time. Who would want a relationship when an outcome such as this is so common today? The evil men and villains are always aged, gorgeous, scarred people who look awful. It should therefore come as no surprise that neither men nor women would want to consider hiring attractive women, because if a woman made a false complaint against a man, everyone would assume that she was telling the truth. Everyone can see a guy trying to flirt with a beautiful woman, since after all, that is how it has always been. Those of us who have been in relationships and have spent time understanding and being around women know that ignoring women tends to have the opposite effect as it would have on a man. When you ignore a woman, especially a woman who feels attracted to you, it will make her pursue you more. It will even make you more attractive in her mind because you are someone she desires and yet cannot get. Women are viewed as attractive and desirable objects. That is the simple reality about men and women. As you move up the social ladder as a woman, earning all this money, holding corporate jobs, and doing other things of that nature, you've probably already purchased and/or paid off your home. You can tell you're good if you drive a gorgeous car that most women could only imagine owning. Your field of potential dates is less because you only date up and across. You exclusively date guys who make at least the amount of money you make in a year or more. Men are inherently attracted to younger women. Why? Because they are youthful. They are more attractive. They still have a very long life ahead of them. Their fertility is higher. Evolutionary psychology can explain why guys do it from an evolutionary biological point of view. There is nearly always a chapter or section of the book devoted to attraction levels, and from surveys from all over the world, from all cultures, and from every region of the world, where men are shown images of attractive women from the ages of 18 right up to 70. And guess what? Men mostly find women in their early 20s as the most attractive. Men have always regarded women as objects of beauty, thus no amount of societal pressure magazine. You see, what these women fail to realize is that the universal laws of nature cannot be avoided. Men have specific characteristics, both physical and mental, for particular reasons. They're providers, protectors, and leaders. Women have specific physical and mental characteristics for particular reasons as well. They're nurturers and caregivers. They're meant to have children, raise those children, and provide emotional and spiritual support to the family unit. So, after moving up the corporate ladder, the hypothetical woman we're talking about, but now we see all around us is now seeking a decent man to start a family with. If there is any advice I could give any of the younger women out there, it would be this. Pick a man when you are young to start a family with. Because while you're young, beauty is on your side. Age works in your favor, but it won't be the same in 10 years. Some late 30s or even early 40s women want to settle down and start families. I can only tell them that their chance to get pregnant is almost gone. Is it worth it? Or is it just another casual fling for her because right now she's in her 20s and thinks the world is her oyster? But 10 years down the line, she'll regret not settling with the guy who treated her like a queen? So, women need to develop their identities. A woman who is willing to compromise and grow professionally may find it difficult to find a man when she is ready to start a family, since many men are turned off by the fact that she is past the age of 40. Thanks for watching Man Reacts. Show us your love and support by liking this video, sharing it with your friends, and subscribing to the channel. Support us and help us spread support for men around the world. Do comment and share your thoughts. We're always up for a healthy debate and discussion.